There's a fish. Feels decent. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out on the kayak today. A little quick, spontaneous afternoon trip. Looking around, see what we can find, see if we can get on a good bite. It's been a decent bottom bite lately, but I would expect these bass to be chasing a little bit more. So what I'm going to start out with, toss around for a little bit, is this Susquehanna Custom Lures. This is 130 millimeter jerkbait. That color is Goby. We're going to throw around some moving baits, some paddletails, some jerkbaits, maybe some spinner baits. See if I can get them to bite. And if not, maybe we'll go back to a Hellgrammite, a tube, or something like that and see what's going on. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. That fish, guys. Good fish. 130 millimeter Goby Susquehanna Custom Lures jerkbait. What a fish right there. Thank you for the fight. Treble hooks and nets are a dangerous game, my friends. But there we go. Susquehanna Custom Lures, 130 millimeter jerkbait in Goby. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Fish on. Whew. Healthy fish. at that guy. Susquehanna Custom Lures 130mm jerkbait in Goby. Look at that guy. Beautiful. Thank you for the fight, buddy. This is one of my favorite jerkbaits, by the way, guys. I throw jerkbaits a lot early spring, pre-spawn, and I throw them a lot in the fall. You guys know I use a lot of Susquehanna Custom Lure stuff. This 130mm jerkbait is the biggest one they make. Great action in the water, and I really like this Goby color. And the smaller ones, I think it's called Riffle Pike. Just very natural. As for the 133mm goes, don't be afraid to throw big baits, especially in the fall. I mean, guys are throwing giant glide baits right now. People are throwing 8-inch baits. 5-inch jerkbait is not all that big, but it's big enough that big bass think, hey, that's a pretty substantial meal that's swimming by right now. Oh, he came off. Darn it. There's a fish, guys. Nikko 4 1/4-inch Hellgrammite North Branch tackle sled jig. Nothing crazy, but it's a fish. Maybe 13, 14. $13 3/4. Another 13, 14-inch fish, nothing crazy. Nikko Hellgrammite, North Branch tackle, sled jig. Thanks, buddy. Whatever just hit that, holy moly, cut me off like nothing. That was wild. I felt a huge hit, went to set the hook, cut me off. So we either had a big bass, or I'm inclined to think muskie or a big walleye. Speaking of finesse, I guess now is as good of a time as any to give my thoughts on the whole BFS craze. Look, I'm all about doing whatever you want in fishing. I'm not the type of guy to correct what people are doing or get all worked up about it. That said, you probably won't see me doing much BFS stuff. I love casting rods. I prefer to throw something on a casting rod. But if I'm throwing a finesse bait, something that's too light for me to throw on my traditional casting rods, I'm just going to throw a spinning rod. I don't see much of a reason personally to get casting rods to throw super light baits. Yeah, you get a little more accuracy with a casting rod, but my method has always been light stuff, finesse stuff, I'm going to throw it on a spinning rod. Moving baits, most of the time casting rod, jigs, casting rod. Now if someone gave me a BFS setup, I'd try it out, but I don't see myself going out and spending a ton of money to take care of something that I already take care of with my spinning tackle. But that's just me. You do you. Doesn't bother me any. So we're back over on the West Shore side. Again, super clear. We're gonna stick with the moving baits for now, but we're going to put the jerkbait down for a little bit, toss around the Nikko Winnow Paddletail. We still have the moving bait, but a little less noisy, more subtle. This color is green pumpkin, so not offensive at all. See if we can get some on the Paddletail if they're willing to chase, and if all else fails, we'll go back to the Hellgrammite. Maybe a tube or something else on the bottom. There's a fish. Feels decent. On the Nikko Winnow. Oh! Popped off. Goodness gracious, that was a good fish. Dang it. Oh, that'll break your heart. Just over here in this push water. Man, it's a good sign though. Good sign. Let's get another one. Man, we're really liking this Winnow right now. It's like 3 bites and 3 casts. That one's not nearly as big as the last one. Still a decent fish though. That short little football. Short, but fat. Goodness gracious. Nikko Winnow green pumpkin. Thank you, buddy. This reel I'm using right now has a high gear ratio, so I'm reeling this Paddletail pretty slow. can make a video about gear ratios another time, but basically the higher the gear ratio, the more line comes back on your reel every turn. Simply, it's faster. So if you're using a low gear ratio, it's going to take more turns of your handle to get the bait to you, fewer when it's faster. I don't want to reel this paddle tail in too quickly, kind of a slow roll. So with this high ratio reel, I'm just kind of slowly reeling it. Fish on. Oh boy. Another short fatty. Whew. I feel your pain, buddy. You're a chunker. Nikko Winnow Paddletail, green pumpkin. Not super long, but he's a fat fish. Thanks, buddy. Oh my goodness, the second one. I was not ready at all. I mean, it just hit the surface of the water and he hit it. Dang. Well guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. Other than those two I caught on the Hellgrammite earlier, I was using mostly moving baits, jerkbaits and Paddletails. I love when I can do that. Sometimes fishing the bottom is the most effective, but when you can throw moving baits, it makes for a fun day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, tide lines.